Last time, the party ferried my magnificence into the port of Dragonport on the scowiest garbage scow that ever scoured the seas. And I was offered a job, nay, an opportunity for redemption as the greatest rock star of all time to return to the stage for 50,000 gold, if, of course, the party can keep him functional. This time on the Hapless Heroes.
Look at me, I'm a frail old man bird.
Hello and welcome to the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name is Dave, and I will be your host and dungeon master for this evening. Introducing our cast, I'm going to start from my right this evening for a change of pace and to put him on the spot because he took his headphones off, stepped away from the table while I was introing the podcast.
First rule of podcast, you don't step away from the table.
And second rule is don't talk over your DM while he's trying to intro. Even though I'm guilty of this shit all the time. But I'm on this side of the screen now and I get to be a hypocrite. Fuck off. We have Massimo as Chubbs. To his right, we have James as Stenton Crossbreeze.
I hope this gets better.
To his right, we have Francesco as Tabi Osramhat.
Oh boy, what am I getting myself into this time?
To his right, we have John as Dr. Doo.
Yeah, feels so good.
And to his right, we have Mike as Murph Eastlaw.
The buildings are just so tall.
And I will also be bringing to you the great, the fabulous, the currently unconscious and unconscionable Frankie Wilde.
Oh, here we go.
But like I said, he's currently unconscious. On the street, you were approached by famed concert promoter and manager of Frankie Wilde and the Wild Bunch, Dob Gelding, to put on the reunion show of a lifetime. Or rather, for you, to get a currently inert Frankie Wilde to the Tarantian Theater for tomorrow night's show. And have him be in shape to perform.
So Frankie's currently unconscious, slung over my shoulder, correct? Mm-hmm. I'm going to fasten him to me like a like you would see like an adventurer's backpack with like the bedroll kind of like hanging off the top of the pack.
Yeah.
Like, you know, cross-tied with the hempen rope. That's how Frankie is over my shoulders right now. Tight to my shoulders, across my back.
Like horizontally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to reach into my pack. And this is an old war trick. Keeps you kind of bright on your toes. I pull out some smelling salts and crack him open and wave him over his nose to wake him up.
Which, of course, it does exactly what it intended to, and he wakes up screaming.
Calm down, soldier. We got you.
Ah! What am I doing in a war?
Wow. Frankie, it's all right, man.
He said soldier. I thought bad things.
No, man,
you haven't seen bad things.
Quit scaring the man. Frankie, I'm gonna like kind of hold his hands, his head his face in my hands, right?
And his face is sufficiently smushed.
Tomorrow night, you got to play the show of your life, and we're gonna help you. By golly, we're gonna help you.
You don't have the pharmaceuticals to help me.
We can sure find them.
That's not a good start, fellas. I don't really know where to go from here.
So we're basically on we're on a drug hunt.
No, we're not.
I mean, that's how Chubbs is receiving this.
Opposite, probably, for the better performance.
Chubbs is going to find him some drugs.
That's how Frankie washed up to begin with.
Right.
Well, he's got one show left to do it.
That is also how he was performing at his peak.
Like, get fucked up one more time.
With.
What a moral dilemma.
You need like one day. Get fucked
it's
up
not-
for one more day.
We're the interns of the heroes of the kingdom of Vesh. That's not a moral dilemma. We'll get him fucked
We'll
up.
get him some drugs. So me and so all right.
Is that a Wilson Phillips song?
Yes, it is.
Up for one more day.
Gotta hold on. Okay.
Hold on.
This
for
is the
one
point where
more
Carney
day.
Wilson started taking more after her father.
Yeah.
I know
there it
that
is.
there was pain.
Take one more pill.
What do you guys think about that
Break
song?
free, break from the
It's
pain.
a good song. It's a
It's a
very
good
good
song, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we reviewed it.
I hate that song.
I think it's a
Terrible
6.5 out of 10.
Boom, 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 boom. That was a terrible.
Somebody,
drum roll,
somebody, turn around and make you cry. Ooh. Too late, baby.
I feel like that's the song that is set behind the montage.
Would you go? Would you stay? Never
What do you
say-
know when you wait? Just hold on for one more day.
For one more
Hold
day.
on.
Just listening to you guys continually get chunks of the song wrong. The words, the tone,
who's the artist?
notes.
but Wilson Phillips.
Wilson Phillips, if you're listening to this podcast, we are sorry for ruining
And
that
this
song.
is not a derivative work, I promise.
Where do we get some?
So,
Oh no!
Hold on. Me and
any of us
Stenton-
touching anything makes it sufficiently transformative.
So Stenton and Chubbs for the first time, and I think the first time that Chubbs has been introduced to this party, is like in agreement with each other that we need to find Frankie some drugs.
That's never
for the show.
been.
Dr. Dedew flies back to the group and lands on like kind of like a stack of boxes off to the side. He says, "Oh, what are we doing, gentlemen?
Doctor, he wants some drugs.
I am a doctor.
You're a doctor. Where's the morphine?
Wait. We're going to give the man pain medicine to perform a show?
No, he needs cocaine.
Let's not use real drug names here.
Can we
Let's
come
make
up with
shit up.
Can we
We
make
just said
shit up?
morphine.
I did say morphine.
Right. Let's not use real drug names here. Let's make shit up.
I got you. I'll start that again. Where's your chlorophene?
Your chlorophene.
I am capable of creating something of a sedative.
He needs propane.
He needs propane. It can't be the name of something that already exists and then you're just repurposing it.
No, Stenton, I need anti-pain. Anti-pain.
Yeah, you'll just go to sleep.
Propane.
I say to this dude, why don't we just make up names of things? And he says, and he says propane.
You told me not to say cocaine.
I mean, you had one job.
I didn't say it. What?
This podcast is brought to you by Just Say No.
And propane.
And
Mothers Against Drunk
This
Driving.
podcast is
Also
free.
propane
This is
Mothers
free.
Against Destructive Decisions.
Yeah.
So where's the propane?
So are you guys going to let us buy him drugs?
I'm on the propane. I'm on the
Dr. Dedew is willing to make him drugs.
But you're that kind of doctor?
As the DM, I wholeheartedly encourage Dr. Dew to attempt to
Yes.
make drugs.
This
Takes me 10
I'm-
minutes.
I'm on board with that.
Fine. Thank you. Thank you, doctor.
To my knowledge, I trust this doctor to give something to make Frankie feel right.
Do it.
So that he can play music so that we can make 50,000 gold. I feel like you guys are ignoring the 50,000 gold part.
Doc,
and we
we-
should be operating with that particular detail in mind.
Doc, we have a soldier in pain.
No, I can certainly help. And he's going to, with his mouth, pull a notebook out of his satchel. And then for the first time in a long time, you see him actually use his hands because he also has those. And
Now, are his arms winged, though, and he has hands at the ends of the wings?
how does it
or-
work with them? I think he. I think he
it could be either. It could be that, or it could be that he has wings growing from his back, but 2 regular arms.
I like the idea that his arms are his wings.
Yes, but he actually has like hands. Right? He has a
Yeah.
thumb. He has an opposable thumb.
He has like three finger hands.
Perfect.
But he's still able to kind of scribble down.
It's chicken scratch. I'm sorry. It's goose scratch.
It is
Then boo this man.
a couple.
I just got goose pimples.
Fucking propane.
Stuck on propane. We need to move on.
This is what I want him to do. I want to roll a medicine check to see if he knows
Perfect.
what should be, because he's not that kind of doctor.
No, but I know where this is going and I know where I want it to go.
Right. A 5.
A 5. This is perfect. Dr. Dedu, your conviction is perfect on this one.
Of course.
You know exactly what you're supposed to be doing.
I've read many medical books, and he's going to scribble out medical books.
Manacle.
Medical books. And I also read many medical books. Let me tell you, those are some interesting books.
50 Shades of Goose.
Oh Lord.
And he's going to write down 3 ingredients. One of them's a root. One of them is like a flower's leaf. But they're all relatively accessible.
Yeah, I feel like you probably just have these things on you.
Was it like
what
if
I-
it's like a fern's leaf, I'll lose my mind.
No.
I will roll for this. No, it's not a fern's
Yeah.
leaf.
Okay, thank you.
You're
So-
not getting serendipity like that on an 11.
It's 3 items that we could buy at any pharmacy. 'Cause I don't think I would have them on it. And the water I have already. And I have manacles.
Well, of course. How do you read manacle books and not have something for practical usage?
Let it be
fucking
known,
hilarious.
folks, that he does have manacles in his inventory.
50 Shades of Goose.
Very interesting books.
Ew.
Wow.
Oh man,
So he'll give the list to Stenton.
that's probably he's not Hoblet, so he probably won't burn it.
Right.
Okay. Someone who is not James, make up the names of 3 different items.
Oh.
What did
yeah.
you say it was? A root, a flower, and a what?
I hadn't picked the last one. Let's say it's a spice.
I got the root.
Okay, what's the root?
Kinkleberry root.
Kinkleberry.
Kinkleberry root.
Kinkle.
Kinkleberry.
Kinkleberry root.
Love it. All right.
The philasical plant.
Philasical flower.
Philasical flower.
Is it PHY?
PHY. Phil. Ass.
Phil S A S S. It has
Coal.
to be.
Like popsicle.
And is flower spelled with a PH or an F?
It's
No,
spelled with an F.
FLOUR.
That's
It's the spice.
that's a silly question.
Yeah, that's our spice.
the fantastical flower is the spice.
Philasical. Philasical.
Philasical flower.
Philasical.
Philasical.
No, philasical.
That's what I said.
Literally
Picturing
spelled
is
philasical.
fucking pickle commercials like Vlasic.
Yeah.
Philasical.
It's
Philasical.
I love it. I love it so much. And then,
And then the name of the flower,
the actual flower.
Yeah.
the spice flower.
Oh yeah, let's just make this extra confusing.
Right.
You know, since it's topical to our show and the history of our show, the cumin flower.
the cumin.
Yes. Trust me, you can't go anywhere without getting cumin all over you.
Yeah, especially not in Dragonport.
The cumin flower and the philasical flower.
John, out of curiosity, that hoodie does not smell like cumin anymore.
Oh no.
Okay.
You
And it's fucking cumin.
you can never be
It's
sure
not
if you
cumin,
get all the
that's
cute.
bullshit. It's cumin.
I
Out
will
of
pronounce it
everything.
however I please.
It leaves stains.
I mean, it's
Philasical.
Philasical.
This is a fantasy world where I can make things up. And
whole
nothing matters.
new world.
I'm so excited for
that's
that
an okay
movie.
song.
Let's just move on now.
Okay.
It
So we
does
have-
look really good.
Right.
We've got our 3 items. And I'm going to say that cumin flower is ubiquitous It's all over the place.
everywhere.
Cumin everywhere.
It's like
All
a-
over the place.
It's like a weed at this point. Like you
Yeah.
gotta just
It's like it's almost like it's in your pockets.
It's basically everybody's
You gotta
covered in
swat it
cumin
off
all the
your
time.
face.
yeah.
all the time. It's really
Even
hard.
Lick your lips and you got a little residue left over from the time before.
I love when that happens.
It's a little dusty though.
Oh boy!
And
How old is it?
Old
Yeah, I mean,
enough.
how long has it been sitting on my face?
Better be old enough.
We're not a group that
It's got
showers
dust
often.
on it.
doesn't-
Yeah, it
Holy
starts that way. We were
fuck.
just hosed down.
We were hosed.
and we're already covered in it. Okay, we need to stop.
all right.
We need to
So
stop.
there we go. We've taken that one as far as we can. Now, phallacical flour could be found at any like specialty grocers. It's not, you're not going to find it everywhere because most people just have flour. You want phallacical flour, you got to go somewhere like, I don't know, whatever the Dragonport equivalent of Wegmans is.
Or Whole Foods.
Yeah. Okay, no,
something
you have to
bougie.
go to Whole Foods.
And it has to be made by blind baby seals, or it's not the right stuff.
Well, see, the problem is this place is so bougie that it's crossed all the way back over. It's literally a hipster in a waist deep hole in the ground.
I was gonna say-
it's called Whole Foods with an H.
Yeah, there's no W.
oh my god.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
felt that really. Yeah.
Which you are able to get phallacical flour from him, but he digs it out of his back pocket with his bare hand.
Oh man. So this is the second thing that we've received that we don't know where
In
it
his-
came from.
in his
and
prison
it's come
pocket?
from a dubious location.
Questionable provenance here.
Well, it's
his-
going in Frankie Wild, so Stenton takes it.
Yeah.
And herein lies the rub. Kinkleberry root. Which is at neither of these places. I'm not sure how many stores you guys are going to be checking.
Well, I mean, we have to find it. I trust the doctor. I'd like to go into, I don't know. Let's see if it's kinkleberry root. It sounds like I'm going to see if there's a local apothecary.
Apothecary,
Keep
yes.
my eye out.
Is there like an
Something.
army surplus store around?
Are we having trouble
Well,
finding the route?
We'll get
Well,
to you,
hold on.
Chubbs.
I want to take.
It might not be too far afield.
I want to take some kind of look. Maybe I read it somewhere on a map. Maybe I can make a history check.
You can make a history check, yes.
That would be great. It's under. I am proficient in history, and it's under a 2, so I have my reliable talent.
Did you say under a 2?
Under a 2.
Sorry, it's under a 10. I
It's
apologize.
A2.
It's A2. It's under a 10. Thank you.
If it was under a 2, that'd be a fail.
Yeah, that's called a euphemism if you're
called
saying
a-
under
No,
a
no,
2.
it's actually a 2. It's actually a 2.
Yes.
But I have I have an ability called reliable talent, and if I make an ability check where I add my proficiency bonus, rolls of 9 or lower are a 10. So 10 plus 7 is 17.
All right.
That's a hell of a way to get to a 17. Roll 2s more often.
I'm a reliable person.
You apparently.
Well, that makes one of us.
Yeah, so maybe I would have known like where maybe a famous apothecary would be in this area
Yes.
from reading a map at some point in my history.
There's an apothecary, and it's actually a lesser it's more known among the community, but other people wouldn't because it's
Okay.
called Muad'Dib Spices.
Muad'Dib spices. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to check there.
All right. You can check there.
Mob Deep Spice.
I wanted to enter and be like, "Hi, I'm looking for a gift for a friend."
I love it. It's wonderful.
I'm just going to let it ferment.
Yeah. Let that callback joke sink in for everybody. Give them a good place where they can find their pause button and go look back 60 some odd episodes for the beginning of that one and then come back to join us. We're Paul, the guy running the store, as Kinkleberry root.
Did you say RuPaul?
No, Paul.
Just Paul.
Just Paul.
She might have some Kinkleberry as well.
That's what I was wondering.
You never know.
You
I
never
just
know.
don't.
RuPaul, if you're listening,
Oh, you're
Let it-
fabulous. We love you.
Let us know, girl, if you got that Kinkleberry.
Got it a little bit
I mean,
like
if
Kinkleberry.
RuPaul listens and we can't pull off Dungeons and Drag Queens, then we fail.
We failed.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would agree.
We crashed this shit right into the
yeah,
ground.
I mean, really,
That's true.
She should reach out because having RuPaul on that show would be amazing.
Bonkers.
Somebody ping her if she's on Discord.
Most Quinn thing said ever that RuPaul should reach out to him. The RuPaul.
I mean,
RuPaul, should reach out to
you
us.
directly.
I'm not Quinn right now.
You're always a little bit of Quinn.
Yeah, like,
You always
That's
got a little
debatable.
Quinn in you, you know?
It's debatable. That's debatable.
While we debate that, yeah,
Quinn is my spirit animal.
shout out.
yeah.
Shout out. Anyways,
All right.
Paul.
Kinkleberry root, kinkleberry root, kinkleberry root. Yes, we have kinkleberry root.
Oh, that's great. But how can I procure some?
Do you have a doctor's note?
Let me go get my doctor friend. I'll actually be right back. Yeah, he can tell you all about it.
Of course.
This is gonna be.
Is Doctor Dido flying, or are you still like? Are you?
Oh,
on your
I'm
feet
kind of
still?
just walking around with you at this point.
Okay, I'd like to maybe like call you like yeah. Hey, they have some here, but I need a doctor's note.
Oh, I am a doctor.
Yeah, you have told me that many times actually. Yeah, that's why I'm asking you. That's great. That's great that you know that. It's really important to me that you maintain the fact that you are a doctor if that's exactly what you say you are. And
That you maintain that.
He's a little condescending.
he's just. You have to understand the experience he's had because, like, the one person that he trusted, Zero, went off on his own, and then some crazy shit happened, and he's in the dark, and he was stuck with you fucks.
Hey, we're all alive, and I think we're doing quite well.
I mean, that is agreed.
On one hand, that's the truth. On the other hand, Tabby is surrounded by assholes.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say Dr. Drew's an asshole.
That's not very
Nor is
nice.
Murph. They're just, they're just eccentric.
Eccentric. I
they're
like that
eccentric.
word. That's a good word for me.
Nobody talks to each other.
Yeah, but nobody, you can't say keep firing eccentrics.
It's true, you can. It doesn't really have the same effect. But doctor, listen, let's just come on in with me. Just explain why we need this this kinkleberry root. I mean, I'm sure you can talk to the guy. I totally have faith in you.
Oh, of course, of course. Lead the way, little man.
Little man. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bring you into the story. This is the doctor bringing this goose person in.
Giant fucking goose.
Dr. Dido immediately starts like puffing out like his feathers in his chest as he like walks around inspecting. Is there anything that would particularly catch Dido's eye?
Can he
Yes,
deduce anything?
there are.
Oh, shit!
That was fucking amazing.
I missed that.
Sorry,
What
that
happened?
was great.
Would you like to repeat it for the people in the back?
Can he deduce anything?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, but that's all you're gonna do? Dude fucking went yard, and that's all
Yeah.
you're gonna give him?
So I think Massimo, were you saying you guys were saying I think like he's always a little bit of Quinn, right?
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah, we can never
I was just joking.
can't celebrate anyone else's successes. No. If he didn't say it, it's not that great.
It was good.
I stand by my
Right.
statement. Quinn
It was
is
gold.
firmly in
It
the
was well
driver's
done.
seat.
Well done.
there.
I feel like I'm angry that I missed the actual.
You should be.
like,
You should be.
I think that's why I'm like.
You
oh.
should feel happy
mean-
I included you in the segment.
I mean, you were right here.
I haven't left. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
My brain is elsewhere, but yeah.
That's too bad.
So is there anything that catches Dido's eye?
Yeah.
Yes, there are many things that catch your eye. This place is full of brightly colored leaves and liquids in shiny jars. Trust me, if you're attracted to shiny things like a goose might be, there are many interesting things here. Now, the question is, do you actually know anything about these things? And I'd like either a nature or a medicine check, whichever is better.
I am much better at nature.
Okay.
That is a 26.
Yes,
damn.
you actually do understand the things that are around here.
Okay.
You misapply them frequently, but you know what they are and what they do. And on the top shelf, there are exceedingly rare reagents and materials.
Okay.
We'll make up names for them if they become relevant.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not going to just burn that on throwaway jokes.
Right.
So Dr. Dido will walk up to the counter and say, my young helper here tells me that you need a doctor's note. Do you perchance have a prescription pad, or should I just write it down on this piece of paper? And he's going to stick his head back into his satchel to pull out his little notepad.
The fact that I've now learned you have hands makes that much more
Entertaining.
I was going to say hilarious, but sure.
Just reach in it.
Greatest.
Just grab it.
No, he's gonna reach in with his head. It sounds so much.
Smash his face into his bag.
It's much more effective. You don't have to fumble around in there. You know what I'm saying? Like your face knows exactly where it is.
Does he pull anything out, like else out, other than the piece of paper when he comes
one
back
sausage falls out.
Of course.
It's
it
just
does.
the notepad is mixed in with the sausage.
Sausage always falls out.
So is the notepad like greasy?
It's got a cover on it. The cover's probably got a little sausage. Whatever.
He's got a good system for managing
There's
his
a
sausage
hard backer on it. Yeah.
So don't worry about it.
You're a very disorganized goose.
Yeah. Well,
That's what he needs.
Have you met an organized goose?
Yes.
Okay.
They fly in a V.
Nah, man, those are ducks, bro.
Never even though.
That's synchronized geese, not organized geese.
God, these just all sound like bad Twitch streamer handles.
Organized geese. That's a good one.
You know what? That's the name of our next show.
Definitely not synchronized geese.
No, hell no. Organized geese.
Synchronized we are not, but organized, maybe.
We are also not. All right. And he looks, his expression doesn't change. Do you have anything from a credentialing authority? You seem to be
A quack.
wow.
Oh man.
Out of spite, I'm not
Can
laughing
we all-
at that.
Can we?
I was waiting for Massimo to laugh, and I was like, he's not going to do it.
I was trying really hard not to laugh at that.
Because I know he's listening. That's all. I'll just blow Zach a little smooch right now for that one, because that was for you, bud.
I got you, Zach.
That was
I got you, boy. You're my boy, Blue.
Like,
great.
Oh man, that was
was Murph actually in the room to
tip
say
top.
that?
Tip top. I mean, he has to be now.
Yeah, he has to be.
Oh, Murph's in there now?
Yeah, he has.
He's like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
Hi,
because
how are you?
I can't just have that be banter. I need that to manifest in the game
Burst
world
the
because
door
it's
open.
too good.
quack.
We all follow
Somewhere
them
in the
there, right?
background, a tiny drum kit goes,
Yeah, right. Exactly.
and the scene continues. Yes, that.
I am a doctor of the Omega Project. He's going to like tilt his head sideways. Again, he has like a 3-foot neck, so it's kind of sideways now. I am a doctor of the Omega Project, and I'm going to try to use persuasion.
Okay, I love this.
It's not good.
It's a 10.
Hold
right.
on a second. Let me just hold on a second.
What you gonna do over there?
Did you get invited in too, Chubbs?
Everybody, I followed.
Where have you been?
Hold on one
Where would what are we doing?
second.
Yeah.
I
Can
can
I-
do nothing to help.
Oh, can I take a moment of this hold since we are quickly pausing the action for a second?
Yes.
Since the attention is now diverted towards Dr. Dedu, I would like to use sort of my cunning action
look for a
or,
trap?
like, my ability. We're not leaving the room yet. But before we leave here, you bet your fucking balls we're not there yet. I want to find somewhere I can hide using my cunning action, so like a bonus action, so to speak, right? If we were
Okay.
doing that, something just really quickly, just to kind of like make sure that I'm like out of, just like so that like the shopkeeper is definitely like not really, it's kind of forgotten
Oh,
about
no.
my presence.
Trust me, the shopkeeper's full and undivided attention is on the goofy goose person. Yeah,
Perfect. I would like to do something if that's okay with everybody here.
by all means.
Okay.
Are you
So
like shooting us all a glance that you're gonna do something?
Absolutely not.
I mean, I do kind of just like I just kind of like put my finger up for like just a second, like I got this. You know what I'm saying? Like I do want to indicate to you guys that like please do not interrupt this action.
Okay.
Okay. So I can cast spells while hidden, and targets have disadvantage against the spell when I cast it while hidden. So I would like to cast the spell Suggestion. And I would like to implant the suggestion into this shopkeeper's brain. You should totally give the doctor the kinkleberry root. It is a great idea.
All right.
And he needs to make a disadvantage let's see. It is a wisdom save
A wisdom save.
at disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
And the nice thing about this is it's not like Charm Person where the person's aware that I did the effect. They're like it's just a suggestion that pops into their brain and they don't know where it comes from.
All right. So my low is a 7, which modifies to a 10.
Perfect. So since it's a reasonable stated course of action, he must follow it, and he has 8 hours essentially to he has to perform this action within 8 hours.
All right.
So I mean since it's happening now, like he's able
Yeah.
to perform it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or at least he's going to resolve to perform it.
He follows that course of action.
Yes.
Yeah, to the best of his ability.
The Omega Project, you say?
Yes.
You should have said that before.
I only said a few things.
Well, the kinkle. You understand then the kinkleberry root is a hazardous material. We will have it packaged, and it will be ready for you at 7:30 in the morning.
Oh, that's fine with me. Thank you very much.
Okay. And before we leave the what's this place called again? The Whole Foods.
No, this is
Apothecaries,
The apothecary.
Muad'Dib's
Moad'Dib's
apothecary.
apothecary.
Yes.
I am going to slap however much gold I have on my person and just start sipping things off the wall.
You have gold on your person?
I think so.
No, because no one's been paid.
Right. I think we're all broke.
That's why I'm saying he should give him.
Wait, how long? How long until 7:30 in the morning?
It was about noonish when you met Dob Gelding. You've done a little bit of running around. We're going to call it about 3 in the afternoon right now.
Great.
So wait,
It's going to be ready first thing in the morning, but this is a hazardous material. He has to package it properly. He's not going to get around that just because you're in the Omega Project.
But does the spell still?
Yeah, I mean he has
he's
to follow
resolved to
that
the course of action.
Yeah, he has to follow that course of action.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
It only
All
ends
right.
if myself or my allies harm the target.
Can I just say that if this concoction that you rolled a 5 on doesn't work, we have now wasted, since it's going to be until 7:30 in the morning. We have 24 hours to get him to this place.
I have full confidence in the doctor.
Then we genuinely need to come up with like a tertiary plan, or else we're fucked.
I'm sorry, is Chubbs suggesting this?
Right. Yes.
Now,
The most word tertiary.
This is the most we've heard from Chubbs in a while.
Again, are we concocting a plan?
We have a plan.
now that we know it's going to
We need
take,
to know our out.
We should just stay positive.
Are out from who?
Well, in case this doesn't work, friend, we're gonna have a wounded soldier out there, and we're not gonna get our 50K.
We'll steal the 50K.
That's a good plan.
Let's go.
knowing that
No, that's not at all what we're going
That's
to
a
do.
terrible plan.
Guys,
Oh, that's a good plan.
fellas, we just got to get Frankie to perform a concert. He's a performer. Like, this shouldn't be that hard. We just got to get him right to play an instrument.
But what if this drug puts him out or under?
Then we'll steal the money. Agreed?
Okay.
Let's make that the most absolute last resort. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. The
Absolute.
last ditch effort.
And if any of us get arrested, I don't know, y'all. I'm going to find the heroes.
When I yell,
We're the interns of heroes.
when I
Right.
yell broken arrow, we go into plan C and we take the money.
Oh no.
So knowing that
We'll
15
think about
hours is a long time, Dr. Dedu would like to think if there's any area nearby where we could also procure the same route.
Yes,
idea.
go for it.
Just a nature check.
All right.
Well, again,
Oh, that's also a 25.
A 25. I mean, there's some in the area, but it's not going to be easy to find.
It's also apparently very dangerous to handle.
Yeah.
Right.
and in Moad'Dib's,
And we have a professional who's about to handle it for us and give it to us in the morning. So, I mean, if there's something that we can do to progress on a secondary plan, is what you're saying, we can do that in the time now to set ourselves up in case there is a failure.
correct.
So let's just let this guy procure this, this Kinkleberry root. We got everything else we need for this thing. Let's see that through. But like,
We should leave the store because I think he hears our conversation.
yeah, right. That. Why don't we go check? Let's go check out the venue.
That's a good idea.
All right.
Why don't, I feel like we should like go scope out the Tarantian Theater.
That's not a bad idea.
Okay.
Right? Like we need to know where Frankie's playing. He needs to know where he's playing. We need to figure out so many things for him. Like
Sound check.
Is he going to have a green room?
Yeah, we should probably leave him here too, so we don't lose him somewhere.
No, he's still strapped to my back.
I do not think that leaving this man unattended for any period of time is a good idea.
I will not leave any soldier behind. He comes with me until he's right. I'm not letting him go off my back
I
until he's
actually
right.
agree with this strange man.
Okay.
Yeah, Frankie is still strapped to your back, isn't he?
And
He
he's
is.
awake.
he
he is.
hasn't
Oh,
really
he is
stopped
like-
ruckusing either.
Oh, guys, we've walked into this store with a screaming Frankie. Good. I'm glad that the shopkeeper must follow this course of
And on
action.
top of it, I mean, we had a fucking goose talking to him. He was kind of distracted.
Well, I mean, let's think of it this way. Yeah, he's there, but a doctor is coming in looking for compounds to make, things to make a pharmaceutical compound. We're going to assume that the guy strapped to the other dude's back and screaming his head off might be the intended patient.
Yes. Right.
Like, it's not the most unreasonable thing.
It's
Paul
a very
Muad'Dib
easy
has heard.
thing to deduce.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right.
All right. You guys have left Muad'Dib's,
Yes.
where the spice is life. And
Oh, great catchphrase, Muad'Dib. Great catchphrase. See, again. Just because he didn't say it.
yeah, it's okay. The joke wasn't for you,
Anyways.
for at least one of our listeners. He
Okay.
specifically knows who he is.
Yeah, I think he does.
Yeah.
So I'd like to let's go to the Tarantian Theater. Like, let's
All
check
right.
it out. Let's see what we're working with. Let's see what Frankie's working with.
So, where did you get directions to the Tarantian Theater?
We didn't.
Okay.
So maybe let's start there, fellas. Does anyone know how to get to the Tarantian Theater? Because I haven't been back to Telduria in, I guess it's been like, I don't know, 12 years for me.
Why don't we just ask a stranger?
Why don't we just ask Frankie?
Frankie's screaming on my back. I'm like trying to
He's
gag him.
probably played there before.
I'd like to point out that
It's a shithole by the West Docks.
Well, let's go to the West Docks then.
Except the docks aren't on the West.
Great.
was gonna say,
ask a stranger.
Stenton was the first person to suggest, let's ask Frankie. Let's let that one also simmer for a minute.
Good point.
It's easy. Stenton's it's the simplest route is going to be the route that he takes.
Is there a stranger around?
We're looking for Kinkleberry.
There are lots of strangers.
No.
There's
Okay.
plenty of
That's
strangers, a
tomorrow.
city of strangers.
I
What do you
am
mean you're
gonna-
looking for Kinkleberry? You're waiting for Kinkleberry.
Right,
We're
You-
waiting for Kinkleberry. We're looking for the Tarantian Theater.
right. Let's ask Frankie.
I was making a joke of root, but okay.
When Frankie says
It went off in a weird direction for a hot second.
As roots do.
when Frankie says that it's by the docks,
Yeah.
Didu will take off again and look for anything in the shape of a theater in the near area.
That's
Okay,
a great
you
idea.
do that.
We have a goose. We really should use him more.
All right.
Tabby, since you're a people person of this group here, it seems like.
Is he?
Me?
Yeah. I'm going to give you an order, soldier.
You're in.
I don't.
What?
Just going to give him an order.
Relax.
Let it be.
Okay.
What's the worst that could happen?
Oh,
I mean-
let's bring that into the Murphy's Law.
Like I was just saying, can you please go ask a stranger? I'm sure they know where the theater is.
I'm gonna. Is there like some sort of I don't know,
Stranger?
the
There-
local watering hole?
A
There
literal
are plenty of
person.
strangers literally walking up and down the streets.
Ask a person.
I'm gonna look for the most approachable person I can find.
That sounds good, and I'm glad
figured
you're
if we
doing
walk
it
up
because you are the most socially adept one of this group.
Which is terrible because I have a charisma of
Is
just
he?
like a charisma bonus of 0.
Oh, then I'm more charisma.
Oh my
Okay,
god,
good.
I'm
So
way
you
more
don't-
charismatic than you.
We're already committed here.
Oh no, that's fine.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just think that's hilarious because I didn't speak up because I only have a 1.
I'm just smart. All right. So that's gonna be what, a perception check? To find like an approachable person, someone I would perceive to be
sure.
approachable. Yeah, cool. I'm proficient, so let's do this. Well, it's a 10, so it's gonna be 15.
15. Yeah, filtered through your insight and stuff. Yeah, you can. There's a relatively normal, middle-aged adult dude walking up the street.
Excuse me, mister.
Yes. How can I help you?
Just looking for the Tarantian Theater. Know where I might find it?
Yes, the Tarantian Theater is a very nice place. It's actually up in the northeast corner of the city.
I see.
Yeah, it's several miles away from the docks, at least.
Is there someone we can maybe catch a ride up there?
It's a good question. I
What
haven't
was
thought
the-
about mass transit for
what
the
was their
city
name
yet.
of-
We're gonna say take your Chevrolegs.
A Chevrolet.
So that's a no.
Yeah, no,
Like
hoof it,
not even
guys.
like a rickshaw, like nothing. Like there's no means for people to get around besides walking for miles in this port city.
Can I? Okay.
I'm just trying to level
Being
set.
the man that I am, all right, I am going to try to organize a march with the party.
Some people have Heelys.
The DM in me says obviously there's something, but the adversary back here says walk, bitch. No, there. Yeah, we're gonna say there's some rickshaws or something. I haven't really
we'll
thought
just
about
get a
it, that's
cut.
all.
Wait, hold on, shit. We don't have any money.
Again,
Yeah,
You
yes,
were paying
that's
so hard for
gonna
that. I
be
was
the other
just like,
half
what
of
are we
that.
gonna pay for?
I would like to organize a march
could
with
steal
the
it.
party.
Okay, well, I guess you're organizing a march.
Perfect.
But
Yeah.
Well-
also, how are you guys gonna figure out lodging for the night? That'll be fun.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
Well, I could have sorted that out this afternoon, but we took this in a different direction. Now it's too late.
Dr. Dedu flies back to the group. I saw no sign of a venue down that way.
Oh, can you carry us there? Can you carry us there? Can you fly us all over to the theater? How strong are you?
Absolutely not. Look at me. I'm a frail old man bird.
So
Let's
frail old
start
man bird.
marching.
can we go? We're near the dock still?
Yeah, you're sort of near the docks in the south to southeast of the city.
Also, is there a
Are
military?
there?
Go ahead.
No, you. Well, okay.
Is there a military barracks around?
Not to your knowledge.
Not to our knowledge. I'm going to ask another stranger that. Can I?
How did you ask the stranger that?
I'm going to ask a stranger that. Is there a stranger around me?
Yes.
Yes.
Stranger.
Would you stop?
It's hard to be stranger than you.
Do you know if there's a military barracks around in this city? Where's
There's-
the precinct?
Like the biggest military barracks on the continent is the big army barracks in the center of the city.
Okay, we gotta go there. We can just stay there. I can just ask them to fucking lodge us. And they'll lodge us.
Because you're like a veteran, like a
Oh
former
yeah.
soldier.
Oh, big time. My rank, baby.
Okay.
they're gonna lodge us all.
Yeah,
Is that a thing?
you're part
Is
of my
it
party.
okay? So, just out of character, was Chubbs ever actually in the
Yeah,
military?
his background as a
Big
soldier.
time,
He was a
big
he was a
time.
medic.
Decorated war veteran.
He was
Okay.
he was a medic in the in some army.
Okay, good. Do we know what army he was with?
No, I think that's the point.
Nash.
He hasn't really revealed much about himself.
Then there's a
Yeah,
pur- and
I
there's a
feel like
purpose
this
to
is
that.
something that needs to be answered before he rolls up to the barracks of the Derakeen Protectorate. Just in case maybe he served with unfriendly forces or something. That might not go great.
Goulet.
Gooselay.
Well, we know you're not from the Derakeen Protectorate because we haven't been acting like it. So why don't we just give him a couple options?
With his last
And
wall.
let him pick one, right? Ooh.
Yeah.
There was, part of the Crow King's army.
Yeah, up in Last Wall. Tarantus had an army.
Tarantus had an army.
I like last wall.
Vash had
So
an
did-
army.
so
I
does
like
it-
last wall because it was literally the last line of defense where I feel like everybody was probably.
And you're probably shook from that battle, actually.
Oh yeah, I mean that was Last Wall is a combination between Castle Black and Roadhouse.
I'd like to think that he was part of the murder, right? The
Yeah.
elite.
Yes, that's perfect. Okay, so I guess there's options now.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great idea, Chubbs. And we can definitely maybe like find a place to stay, but we still have some time left today, and I'd like to just scope out this venue.
Well, why are we worrying about staying at a military base? Why don't we just get a hotel room?
Do you
Because
have
none of
any
us
money on
have
you?
Any money?
Well, not right now, but the dude's going to walk over to like. Is there any? What is in my nearest vicinity?
There's, let's see, you guys have walked a few blocks just while talking away from Muad'Dib's space.
I'm just looking for a random object on the ground.
You looking for like rocks on the ground or something? Maybe?
Sure, a rock would do fine.
All right. Yeah, there are plenty in the street.
I pick up a rock
Panhandle?
and I hold it for 10 minutes as we walk.
Okay.
Okay.
So what's going on while everyone's walking?
I'm wondering why he has this. Are you doing anything with this rock?
If we just walk for 10 minutes, it's now silver.
1 silver?
One big ass silver.
Oh, okay. That'll work. That'll do it.
Like literally transmuted stone into
All right,
silver.
all right.
Silver.
I'm going to then, if you do tell us this,
I just do it.
I'm going to pick up as many rocks as humanly possible if you can just do that. And then just give you all the rocks so you can give us all the money. And we don't have to worry about money anymore.
It doesn't work like that.
Why not?
Well, I can take. Essentially, it's one item.
Okay.
So
The thing is, like,
I
if
just
you were to do it on
continually
something
hand
else,
you,
Right.
can you,
Because
like,
I feel like we're straying too close to that goose with the golden egg story. And
well, yeah, no, and I can't make anything gold. I can make it copper, iron.
we can sell some copper.
But so currently, my
Did you say that on purpose?
what?
Currently, talking about copper. I thought you were like, I thought you did a thing there.
Oh.
No, not intentionally.
Yeah.
You did an electricity joke. Nice job.
Oh,
So-
you're welcome, Joe. Ezra, if you're
Up
listening.
to.
so you have
it
to,
didn't
you.
see any resistance.
and but it reverts back
After I lose focus.
after
God
1 hour.
damn it.
Oh, 1 hour? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but like,
That's
it
fun.
lasts for an hour.
Yeah.
So we can only stay there for an hour till they realize the giant silver piece you gave them is a fucking rock. Great idea.
That's what I'm saying. There's a catch.
So we should go to the fucking military base tonight.
And just, I mean, yes, that's where we should sleep. I am not disagreeing with you. I'm saying, like, don't you want to get some more information about what Frankie is about to get himself
Yes.
into?
Agreed. We need to go to the venue. I just don't understand the silver.
Because we don't have any. You know what? Doesn't matter. Let's just go.
Okay.
I have pure and utter faith in our friend Frankie.
That's great.
I guess we'll just huff it on foot.
All right, so you guys hoof it on foot. It's
Thank
not
you.
terribly bad. Like, this is, a decently big city, but we're not talking about like 2 days to walk across Tarantis.
No,
here.
it's just like 3 miles.
I get a few. I don't know what I've been
good
told,
walk.
and I sing some military marches. We get there just fine.
Of course
you get there. Now, the Tarantian Theater, you've noticed a few things. It's really big, but also, like the city of Tarantis, its namesake, it's round. So we're looking at a building like a half-sized Madison Square Garden, like, a decently large venue. Maybe 10,000 people can get in there or something
yeah.
like that.
Sure,
if you
tremendous.
really pack them in there. But it's not, it's not like a stadium or anything
Sure,
like that.
but I mean, like, it's a good crowd he's playing. It's a healthy crowd he's playing in front
Yes.
of.
Can you check for any trapdoors?
Oh, you're damn right I'm going to.
We need an escape route just in case this whole thing goes south.
So,
It's gonna go south.
is there any security, or is there a way we can kind of get, like, backstage or figure out, like, where he's going to be, like, what he needs? Like, I'm assuming he has instruments. He probably brought instruments with him. Maybe.
I have
Yeah.
a bugle.
Wait,
That's
if who
something.
brought instruments? Frankie?
Frankie.
Frankie's a lead singer.
Oh, so he just needs, he needs a band.
Just needs his
Oh,
vocal.
his band will be there.
His band will be there. Okay.
Yes.
So I just wanted to maybe see if we can just scope out, where he's performing and, like, look at the stage and stuff.
Okay, you can do that.
Yes, perfect. I'm going to check the stage for trapdoors.
All right. So let's kind of zoom it back a little bit here.
Okay.
We haven't gotten to the stage.
Okay.
You guys are just sort of rolling up on this building.
Okay, so we're still
It's big,
outside.
it's round,
That's what I
there are
thought.
lots of columns on the outside. It's sort of kind of classically Roman, but round,
Sure.
much like Tarantis.
And
Yeah. So, and you guys sort of, you get there, you get up, you get to the venue. It's obviously closed.
Right. Are there any lights on?
Yeah.
Is there any indication that there's people still
There's
working
lights
in
on
here?
the outside, but the doors are closed. It doesn't look like anyone's coming in or out right now.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Okay.
Knock, knock,
Yeah.
knocking on heaven's door.
That's an ominous knock. Mine's more like a.
There we go. I like the good hollow sound. I think it's a good quality sound effect.
Sure.
It's what we needed there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, it echoes hollowly for a moment. And then someone from the staff comes and answers. Yes. Hello. What can I do for you?
We're with Frankie Wild, part of the Wild, the lead frontman of the Wild Bunch. Say hi, Frankie.
Well, hello, Frankie.
See, we just wanted to kind of scope out where he will be performing tomorrow night. He's asked for complete and total secrecy surrounding this visit, as he, has not really appeared in a public setting.
Well, of course he has. I've read the rider.
We all have secrets.
So, if you wouldn't mind just letting us take a look around and see what Frankie's working with, we greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely. Right this way.
Oh, thank you.
And the
so
guy
much.
shows you all into the venue. And as you get in, you kind of get through sort of the foyer into the thing, where ticket takers are going to be, taking tickets from people, and letting folks in. After you get out of there, it opens into a big cavernous room in the middle.
Sure.
At the far end, obviously, there's a stage, but it looks like there's no seating in here at all. It's general admission only, standing room, floor level, the whole place.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Dadu flies to the stage.
All right.
I will walk to the stage and check it for traps and trapdoors.
Okay.
Can I just make a check to see if I find anything dangerous or anything?
Okay. So
That's exactly what I'm doing.
You're just checking the stage. I want to check the rest of the place. Whatever you're not checking, I'm checking. We're checking the whole place.
sounds good, but we're just going to kind of make our way around from, I think, the left, because
Sure.
Dr. Dadu spoke up first, but I want to start with Murph. What do you got?
This seems like a very, very, very nice place.
Oh, nice.
It
Okay,
is.
good. Great.
It's not a shithole by the West Docks at
It's
all.
definitely not what Frankie said
No.
at all.
He said it was a shithole.
Yeah, those were his words.
Have I been here before?
I don't know, Frankie.
I don't know what's going on.
You told us you've been here before.
I've been many places. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. So, doing anything else or just commenting on how nice it is?
Just
Murph?
commenting and just kind of like strolling along.
Fantastic. Okay, Dr. Dadu, you're flying toward the stage,
And then up to like the rafters.
up into the rafters. Okay.
Yep.
There's the usual like lighting gantries and stuff up there.
I'm gonna perch up there.
Okay, you perch.
You perch.
Tobby, you proceed to the stage using your movement, whatever it is, and however much moving you got to do, and you're checking for traps.
I sure am.
Get him, Tommy.
He sure. Oh.
It's a 10 still, plus 5, so 15.
15. You find the very obvious and very intended trapdoors in the middle of the stage. There are 3 of them. One at center stage, one halfway to stage right, one halfway to stage left.
Great. Are they secure? I'm gonna use my mage hand.
Yeah,
And
they
just
don't just
test
fall open or
each.
anything
Okay,
like that.
Just making sure.
Can you check inside to see where they go?
Well, sure. Is there any mechanism to release them or open them from the stage?
You would have to get under the stage.
Okay, I'm gonna start finding my way around there.
Okay. No one's going to give you a hard time because you're obviously with one of the performers.
Right.
All right, Stenton.
I feel like Stenton has no idea what he's be doing here.
Okay.
He's I'm the muscle.
Sounds
so
good.
I'm maybe scoping out their security. Do they have like any security?
Yeah, find the
there or
green
anything?
room.
Yeah,
like,
things you notice, there are ample emergency exits along the
Okay.
sides. It doesn't look like anyone's going to get trapped in here or anything like that. I'm not playing that game.
Right. Okay, just making. I don't
Yeah.
know what kind of game you're playing, man.
Yeah.
I never know what kind of game Dave is playing. Check everything.
All right, and Chubbs, you are checking What are you checking for?
With Frankie on my back, I've seen something like this before, Frankie. I've been in places like this before. We can't have anything going south for your big show. And I'm checking all the rows. I'm checking under the seats. I am
There's
checking.
no seats. It's general admission, like standing room only.
Good point.
He's checking under all this.
All of the floorboards. I'm checking every floorboard. Literally anything that I can lay my hands on and physically check for imperfections or anything that could injure someone or a booby trap, I'm checking it.
All right. So you do a meticulous check of the floor, and I'd like you to do an investigation check.
Fair enough. It's just a straight 7.
It's a straight 7. You, outside of a few creaky boards, you're not really finding anything out of the ordinary.
Can that be a survival check?
In a
That's
theater?
tough because you're investigating, and you're investigating indoors in an urban environment. This isn't really so much a survival thing.
Okay. It doesn't hurt to ask. You can't
Yeah.
get what you want if you don't
Yeah.
ask for it.
No, I don't mind that you asked. I just don't think we're quite.
I see.
on
No,
that.
you're right. You're right. The context is
Yeah.
wrong.
All right. So you guys have sort of checked. We're going to go back to Tobby since he's kind of got a follow-on action, and then I'll
Sure.
check with everybody else. So you do go under the stage.
Yeah.
Looks like all the mechanisms are intact.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Frankie's going to rise up from out of here and like put on a brilliant performance, so long as
Well, once you get out and you talk to the kind of the guy running the place for the day, let's call him the stage manager or something
Sure.
like that. Okay. So night of the show, I'm going to show you some doors here in the back where you're going to want to bring Frankie to. He's going to have nice, easy access to get right to the stage. No muss, no fuss, no futzing around in a green room, getting all high up on whatever the hell he gets high up on. Hey, I resemble that remark.
all right. Well, yeah, we'll make sure he gets here.
All right.
Okay, I think now is the time to like get Frankie some sleep and then get him whatever the hell to do is put in him tomorrow because we need to get him show ready.
Every once in a while, I've been feeding him berries too.
Good berries?
Good berries.
Nice.
He much prefers them to bad berries.
True.
That's a ritual, isn't it, too?
With good berries?
Yeah.
No. I just fucking pop good berries in my hand, and they're good for 24 hours. I get 10 of them.
Oh, dope.
It's great.
This is just feeding him
They do
a
restore 1 HP
regular
each.
random berry.
They do restore 1 HP
Just
each.
appreciate how great this spell is. Create 10 berries. 1 action to eat 1 berry for 1 HP and nourishment for 1 day. Berries lose potency after 24 hours. That's it. That's what good berries.
Yeah, it's great.
Fucking irrelevant. It's
Is that
incredible.
a spell with a level, or is that just a?
That is a level 1 spell. I can only do
Okay.
that 4 times until
All
I
right.
rest.
Then again, you only really need to do it once a day.
True. 10 berries is a lot of berries.
Yeah.
Unless we have a lot
Yeah.
of people.
Since the way I was hearing it, 1 berry nourishes you for an entire day.
It sure does.
It sure does.
Yeah, that's powerful in the sort of campaigns that track that sort of thing.
Right.
We don't pay that kind of attention to detail.
They're this
Correct.
fucking big though.
Fucking huge, man. They're like a hand fruit.
And you create 10 of them?
Yeah.
I've never used the word hand fruit or heard the word hand fruit before.
You know,
Really?
like an apple,
I mean, we all know what a hand fruit is, though.
a pear.
well, I mean, it makes
all
sense.
fruits
It's just not a
No, like a
combination
hand
word.
Like an apple.
A
or
Even like a
grape,
tomato.
blueberry is not a hand.
Blueberries, that's a finger
No,
fruit.
that's a finger
It's
fruit.
also not a fruit.
A blueberry,
Blueberry
is a fruit.
Let's put it on the Discord.
That's
High?
just a fact, dude.
Yeah, that's not. You can't argue science.
Yeah.
you didn't vote Trump, did you? You're arguing science.
Oh Lord. But yeah, no.
Are berries automatically fruits?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
I
have
I don't
seeds.
think so.
Yeah, I think they
They
are.
have
What are
seeds.
they? I mean, it's fruits or
so do
vegetables.
they're
vegetables.
berries.
Let's not go down this rabbit hole. We have a show to get Frankie to.
We'll see you in the Discord.
All right, so let's kind of transition the scene out of the Tarantian Theater and onto the streets. We're getting on towards evening. It's getting a little bit dark out.
Yeah, let's try to hit up lodging and hopefully Chubbs can deliver here.
All right. So is that where the party's heading?
Soldiers to the barracks.
Yes.
All right, so you guys head to the barracks, and you get to a very impressive yet quite imposing brick structure that takes up several city blocks in the dead center of the city.
Damn.
We get to the door, right?
You get to the door.
Okay, I pull my bugle out and I play a. It's a tune. It was a fight song, if you will, for the battle at Last Wall. That anyone that was there or recognizes it would immediately come to attention.
Like a little fanfare.
Correct.
Yeah.
Several seconds after you play whatever that tune sounds like, maybe we've come up with something in post-production.
Maybe.
Maybe we haven't. Maybe it's up to you, the audience, because theater of the mind, do some imaginizing.
It sounds like Katy Perry's firework.
Oh my God.
Yes.
On a single bugle.
Yes.
And that was the heroic music playing in Last Wall.
You know,
Hey.
I read that Katy Perry got her inspiration from that battle.
Not my favorite
Did you read
song.
that on the internet?
Also, also, guys,
Further
that
proof.
is a great song, right?
That's a bugle.
That is not Katy Perry's firework.
On a single bugle.
but it's close.
All right, so you do get there and you belt out that tune at the very best you can. And about 30 seconds later, a very perplexed young corporal comes out.
And I'm saluting at him.
Who said it was a him?
Ooh. She
Gotcha,
looks
Zach.
very disappointedly
Gotcha
back
still.
at you.
All right,
Yes.
it's 2019.
My sister.
Like
My bad.
we're in that moment.
You're right.
But since he
you're okay.
didn't misgender our corporal in actual dialogue,
Right. He just gender assumed in his head.
I did
Yeah.
gender assume.
Okay.
shitbird.
Caught. Sorry.
Anyway, this now very obviously female corporal comes out. Not very obviously female like that, you fucking pervert.
Yeah, right.
I didn't take it there.
I didn't either, but
Yeah.
no, I did.
Yeah, I did.
Now it's there.
One of you was going to. Comes out. Why would you be playing that here?
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's not.
Fucking say something, man.
Oh, hold on. He's racking his brain.
She's staring at you.
Yeah.
Oh, still saluting. Corporal. We're 5 wary soldiers, 6 wary soldiers, trying to find our way into some shelter for the night. I was just trying to do my best to rally any support that I could. And I thought that if I had any brothers here that fought with me and died with me, that they would be able to help me. Ma'am, can you do us any favors tonight?
Yes, and she's very obviously, well, to the rest of you, looking out for what appears to be quite a troubled veteran in need.
Yeah, this is
And
like a
his
VA hospital.
People. Well, they're sympathetic to the plight of veterans. There's been enough from this city. So, yeah, we're going to yada some of that because
Sure.
it doesn't make for compelling story.
And
You
on
get
top of it,
lodging
I
for the
have,
night.
if you can't tell, I know nothing about military anything, and I'm just sounding very ignorant.
Sure.
So if I could stop saying military things, that'd be great.
Yeah,
You
so
played
we're
a
gonna-
military character.
We're gonna kind of yeah. He knows more about it than you do. So we're gonna kind of yada time skip us into a long rest in the military barracks. You guys have your own rooms in there. It's 2-door room, bunk beds, but clean, solid, military. Yeah, I think that pretty much describes it pretty well.
Yeah.
Lots of red brick. They love red brick here.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you say
All
it's a
right.
brick house?
Yes, it's,
Dum,
and
dum,
it is
dum,
mighty. But you don't really see anything left hanging out.
Oh, that's good.
So there's no bricks hanging out.
No, none. It's very solidly well put together. And you guys spend the evening here. It is a long rest with everything that entails, and we're into the morning.
Perfect.
So people who have used level 1 spells like Goodberry can have those returned.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we should go check on that Kinkleberry root.
Yeah. Now, you kind of have the rooms available to you if, like, you need to go get the Kinkleberry and bring it back here to use this as your lab or something like that.
Okay.
I'd like to think that he just does it. Like
He's just
wherever.
going to do it right out on the streets.
I would rather him not do that.
He's
A
just,
regular street pharmacist.
That would attract a crowd. That could get us some gold.
No.
Street performance of making
Street
some weird
pharmacist making random
and
drugs.
then giving a drug to a guy, and then
Hey
what?
kids, want to come watch me cook meth? I don't think anyone's gonna pay us
You
for
giving said drug to Frankie Wild, and those are probably the people that will be attending his show, and that'll get them all hyped up.
We're
and that
already
will-
gonna make 50 grand.
Yeah,
off
actually,
of
we
me
should
doing
probably-
that.
that. We don't need 3 gold.
We should probably disguise Frankie since he's like very clearly hanging on your back, and we don't need anybody like fangirling or fanboying.
Oh, I
out,
have
you know?
like absolute, like he has war paint all over his face. Like
course
he
he
is
does.
just absolutely camoed out. on my back.
Unrecognizable.
Unrecognizable. Other than his voice.
Yeah. Yeah, Frankie, even in the morning, he's not looking the greatest. Like he's been suffering from active withdrawal from some really high quality propane for months.
God, here we go. with this shit.
Propane.
Up your nose with a rubber hose.
But he needs anti-pain, is what.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Anti-pain, no more propane.
All right. Well, yeah. Maybe we should bring it back.
We should absolutely bring it
do
back.
it there.
All
To
right.
the military barracks to make narcotics.
Well, we don't know. I mean, wait. Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
Who said these were narcotics? I thought you were a doctor. I thought you were going to help him get right
Who
to
do
play
you
a
think
show.
prescribes people narcotics?
Correct.
Ooh, that's a poignant statement there, James.
It's also
he's
a true
not
statement.
wrong.
It's
It's
not,
literally
it's not
like-
an incorrect statement. It was
That's very true.
Drugs are drugs, man.
Listen, I'm ignorant, man. I don't
Okay,
know.
you can make them in a secure building, maybe with a little bit of unwanted attention, or you can make it right out on the street because
Also-
you're not flush with options about where to make these drugs.
if you
Dark
blow
alley.
something up in a brick building, it's going to cause less of an issue than if you do it in the middle of like a
I
town
mean, none
square.
of this seems explosive.
Yeah.
It might be.
Yeah, you've got a lot of experience with
I mean-
kinkleberry root.
Are there really
I mean, I
is there a
believe.
war on drugs and
No, I mean, I'm just saying. No,
Well,
Well, I'm
absolutely
sure they
not,
don't
but-
want you making drugs in their streets.
why not?
Okay, do it, dude.
I am a doctor.
Doctor,
this guy.
do what you got to do. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's going to do what he's going to do. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So that's why I'm just saying, let's just go get the stuff and like we'll trust the doctor to do the work. I mean,
All right,
he
let's
knows.
go.
He
Done.
said he said he knows what he's doing, and I
Okay.
believe him.
Sold.
So
I
the party
believe you.
heads out
Yeah.
back to Muad'Dib's Spices at whatever 7:38 in the morning to pick up some kinkleberry root.
I walk into the door jam.
Like you're just
Okay.
wait, what?
Like as if I think I'm walking through the door, but I walk into the door jam. And I just kind of like shake it off and then walk
Yeah.
through the door.
Frankie says, "Ooh, wide left."
What in the world? Is this something's this guy is fucked
great.
up. This guy's
You
fucked
notice that my eyes are crossed.
up. Oh no. Okay. Sounds good.
All right. So you get there. I have your kinkleberry root.
Oh, that's great news.
He brings out a small lead box and hands it directly to the doctor, makes eye contact, and he will not let go until he senses you have a good grip on it.
Okay.
And then he lets go.
That's an indicator that this is dangerous.
Do you
Oh,
grab
thank
it
you.
with your hands?
The lead box.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's not gonna
Well, I
grab
was
that
worried you were
one
going to
with his
grab it with
beak.
your
You
mouth.
haven't used your hands very often at all, so I had to
It's
ask.
a legitimate question.
It's a real question.
I don't know how much he can actually hold in his mouth, so I'm not going to have him hold heavy things in his mouth.
Like a lead box.
Right.
Because I hear that's real good for you.
Okay.
Don't lick this lead box.
All right. So we've got that stuff. Now,
Okay.
where do you want to make these drugs?
So Dedu has fabricate, which is
Okay.
create a simple object from raw materials and then complex items if proficient. I'm just trying to mix all these together.
And fabricate a elixir of anti-pain.
I will use speak with plants in this situation. Because
You
if
have
there is any
speak
way
with
that I could
plants?
calm down the volatility of said plants, I will do so. I will say plants.
Why didn't you say this sooner?
Because we didn't have all the plants.
What do you think? Why do you think he was whispering to the ferns earlier?
I was talking to my ferns.
Oh, you were really
He really was
I
talking.
was
with
really
them.
talking to them.
I thought we were all just crazy.
This is amazing.
Or he was just crazy.
We need you right now. We got one of us is hurt. We need to get him right. Please don't blow up on us. Thank you. That's my sentiment to this.
Did you pray to the plant?
I just
No,
spoke
he's
to him.
talking to him.
That was me speaking to plants. That's how Chubbs speaks to plants.
Okay, so the plants have been spoken to. It's unclear whether or not they've given a meaningful answer.
That's fair.
Wait, they can't speak back to you?
They can.
Yeah, they kind of
He doesn't have the
plants.
spell
I feel
understand
like-
plants yet.
I feel like the spell is literally the spell is built literally to make you look crazy.
Comprehend plants is the one that you're looking for.
It's a level 19.
Or comprehend languages? Would
No,
never-
it's
no?
like there's like some sort of reaction he can get from it. I just don't remember what it is.
Hold on a second. Let me be sure that they can't speak back.
It's not like direct. Hold on
Hold
a
on.
second.
I'm reading it.
Like they shake their leaves.
Speak with plants and arrange about.
Yeah, you
arrange
imbue
about last
plants with
24 hours
hold on.
event. Turn difficult plant terrain to normal or vice versa.
So
Continue.
you imbue plants within 30 feet of you with a limited sentience and animation, giving them the ability to communicate with you and follow your simple commands.
So yes, they can.
You can question plants about the events in the spell's area within the past day, gaining information about creatures that have passed, weather, and other circumstances. Plants might be able to perform other tasks on your behalf at the DM's discretion.
What level spell is that?
It's a first level.
Third level spell.
This is a.
Speak
It is a
with-
third level spell.
Yeah.
Correct.
Plants might be able, it says that the spell doesn't enable plants to uproot themselves and move about, but they can freely move branches and tendrils and stalks. If a plant creature is in the area, you can communicate with it as if you shared a common language, but you gain no magical ability to influence it. That's a plant creature, though, not just a plant.
We are to. I am speaking to this plant, and I did give it a simple command, or to please don't blow up on it.
Now, remember, these are the remains of plants. and
Correct.
not living
Whatever
plants.
is left of their plant brains that can understand me.
I'm going to treat it the same as you're speaking like you would speak to a regular living human, but talking to parts of a human.
Right. You're talking to a
And
T-bone
they
steak.
Don't respond.
Maybe
the
like
same
they
as
move
steak
a little
doesn't
bit, like,
respond.
yeah, right.
Also, it's in a lead-lined box.
I'll
Oh, I've like put I perched my lips right up to it.
So
That makes all the difference
Oh,
right there.
You didn't say that. Now I can hear you.
Yes, you just have to speak closely to the box.
Lead's not completely soundproof, or it might be. I don't know. I've never sat in a lead box.
No, I don't think any of us
it's
have.
certainly kryptonite proof.
You know what? Doesn't matter. He just started talking to the plants. Like, I'm
just
willing to
trying to
accept
do whatever we
anything
can.
as
So-
reality.
He
I'm
talked to
trying
the
to help.
plants before Dr. Dedu did his thing.
Did his thing, yeah.
Before the ritual, he
Pre-ritualized with
pre-ritualized
the plant.
the
Yeah.
plants.
But they couldn't see each other. It was sort of like he was like talking through like a.
That's called a glory hole.
There it is.
Wow.
Is there a glory hole in this lead box?
That's what
I
it's
don't
called when
want
you
to know.
pre-ritualize, but you can't see the other person.
So some glorious pre-ritualizing happened, and now the reagents have been turned over to Dr. Dedu for you to make whatever check you need to make, or
am I allowed to use fabricate or should I do a nature check? Or can I do a nature?
we'll allow it to be fabricate, sure. Why not?
Use magic to make it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that way I don't have to touch it.
Yeah. You're, of course, yeah.
Oh,
but
I
you
have
still have
mage
to make your
hand.
roll, though, right?
I have mage hand too.
Right. We can just.
No,
mage hand
it just says create simple object from raw materials. It takes me 10 minutes.
Okay. This is a pharmaceutical, so I'm going to call it a complex object.
Okay.
So I would actually like you to, we're going to keep fabricate in mind with this, but I'd still like you to make the either nature or medicine check,
All right.
whichever you prefer.
I'm going to go with nature because I'm trying to do it right, even though my medical check was terrible.
Okay.
16.
16. Perfect. Okay.
Oh,
Good.
Jesus.
So you have created a compound that looks exactly the way you expect it to.
Of course.
That's
All right.
great. That's beautifully vague.
Dave.
Can we test this before we give it to him?
No, this is specifically for Frankie.
Yes, you can test it.
I would like to test the
don't
substance
think-
before we give it to our wounded
I
soldier.
don't think
Oh,
we
sure.
should-
Have fun.
I don't think
Hey,
we should
honk.
give the crazy person more. Okay.
Frankie runs up over. It's like mine, and snorts
He
it
is
all
still
into his nose.
on my back.
Wait.
I have strapped him into my back. He has still been on
Yeah,
my
which
back. No
is a-
way.
A perfect place for him to reach and grab it.
Also, how well do you trust your knots against a desperately withdrawn drug
Well,
addict?
my survival is disgusting, so I can tie a knot like you wouldn't believe, and I will
You need
gladly,
sleight of hand for
I
that.
will gladly roll against that and whatever it is, so he can't get out of my knots to grab said powder. I will gladly do
I
that,
thought it was a liquid. It's a powder.
or whatever it is.
Can I roll another medicine check to see if he should
And
have
I'll-
snorted
I will
it?
also roll a
Yeah, make the medicine check to see if he should have snorted it.
I think that this is just. I think that we're just kind of assuming it's happening.
It's a 17. No, it's a 19.
Okay, so should he or should he not have snorted it?
That's the question we're trying to find the
You
answer to.
probably shouldn't have snorted that all.
He
at
gave you the
once.
option.
He gave you the option. Unbelievable.
And you handed it right back.
Because you were acting in the interests of the story and not in the interests of efficiency, you're
Does-
getting adult onset inspiration for that.
Unbelievable.
We're close to the end, so I'm not going to bother handing you.
I'm
the
going to put a
token,
little
but
ball
keep it
in
on
Dr.
the,
Dedoo's.
A little.
keep it on the record.
All right.
All right, so you've done that. Within about a minute, Frankie starts looking significantly better.
That's good.
Okay.
Shakes out his face, the whole thing going on.
Right.
He recollecting himself. Okay. I think I might be able to do this, but I need breakfast. Where can we go to get something fried?
Do you have those sausages in your pocket still?
I do. And Dr. Dedoo puts his head into his pouch and like flings some sausages.
Frankie just starts horking down the sausages.
They should hold you over for now.
Oh my God. Oh, I cannot tell you how much I needed that. I needed that so bad that I'm not even going to ask you where they came from.
That's
Don't.
the second thing that he's given to somebody that we're not going to ask where it came
You
from.
shouldn't.
Oh my gosh. Everybody for getting me here, for agreeing to help with this. Thank you so much. Chubbs, Stenton, Tobby, Shadowman, Dr. Dedoo, Murph. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Wait,
Shadow Man?
Wait, what about Shadow Man?
Shadowman.
Who's Shadow Man?
That dude. Oh, I don't like that dude. And that's where we're going to call the episode for the evening.
Oh,
Son of a bitch! That's so creepy.
great.
Shadow Man?
Oh, you've just described the lead up to every fucking nightmare I've ever had.
And the
Oh,
best
who's
part,
that shadow person?
the
What do you mean a
best
shadow
part,
person?
It's literally
don't like
over
the shadow
your
person.
shoulder.
I know. He's looking. It's like I sit directly across from Dave. I had to look behind me. I sit directly across from Dave.
Wait, who's Shadow?
Yeah, and me, of course, looking in weird places because I look in weird places when I talk and when I think because I've got.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
worse when you look directly past me when you say that.
Yeah, well, I was trying to make his way around, and yeah,
No, I see. I feel like I caught the full
Yeah.
force of that one. So thanks for that.
you're welcome for the unjustified or maybe very justified paranoia.
It's great. Thanks so much.
And you get to just sit and enjoy it for a week.
Yep, we have to sit with that now and wait until next week. That's cool. Yeah.
Great.
Savor the flavor.
Boys, it's
Anyway.
1 week.
If you do savor our flavor, we can be found on the internet
That's what he
in
said.
such places as Twitter, which kind of tastes a little lemony, Facebook, which is a little yeasty, or Reddit /r/hapless heroes podcast, which succeeds despite all efforts at being umami. And all of those places will take you to the sweetest place of all, our Discord, where you can interact with us on a daily basis. From any such things as episodes of our show, episodes of other shows that require spoilers, sandwich status, and other fun topics.
And hand fruit thing is gonna be that's gonna be a big
Yeah,
one.
hand fruit is probably going to be the hot debate topic of the summer.
Yeah. I don't think it is, Dave. I don't think it is.
I really think it is.
Fuck you, non-believer. We're taking hand fruit all the way to fall. All right. So if you like us, you can find us on those places on the internet. Now, if you really like us, you can leave a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. We're on iTunes. We're on Google Play Music. We're on Podbean. We're in several other places.
Stitcher.
We can be found all over the internet, anywhere you get the finest podcasts, and even some of the less than finest podcasts like this one.
Are we in the cloud?
Yes, actually.
Where is the
technically,
cloud?
we are in the cloud.
All right. You want to know about the cloud? So, you know how you can do a macro on your phone to replace a word with another one?
Yeah.
Do this macro in your head. Anytime someone says the cloud, replace it with someone else's computer. You stored your files on someone else's computer.
I
That's
don't
what
like
the
that
cloud
as
is.
much.
Yeah,
I don't want
that-
them to be on someone else's computer.
That's
I want
the
them
cloud.
to be in the
You want
cloud.
to know what the cloud is? The cloud is someone else's computer.
I don't like it when Wizard of Oz pulls this curtain back. It's not okay.
Yeah, well, tough shit. Now, if you really like us, you can donate to our Patreon for an ever burgeoning number of rewards, including James's notebook, outtakes, access to the exclusive subscriber lounge,
Oh, yeah.
and other
that's right.
great things.
Cool Discord titles and whatnot, and special colors and all that fun jazz.
We'll still
Yes.
do nudes too. We're not
They're
below,
out throwing that out there.
we're not below that.
Tasteful nudes.
We're not above that.
We got
Really,
them.
it's really, are they below that?
They could be.
Well, usually when there's tasteful nudes, there's something going on below. Otherwise, it's not really very good nudes.
That's a good point.
Our hashtag free the dick hasn't quite caught
Free the D. Let's
Oh,
get that
no.
on.
going.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Please.
It's not
No.
For the love of everything.
Please don't let that happen.
Oh, let's roll it
gonna
off,
Oh,
fellas.
Yeah, let's roll it off.
Shit.
shift.
Oh, my
That's
dice are
7. Take the big green one.
9.
9.
What are we trying
15.
to do? Highest.
20, you do it.
Who?
Oh, nat 20 again.
I got a 15.
Then you got to do it.
Yep. Yours are always good. It'll be way better than my fucking stupid.
Just let it
March
flow, man. Just let it flow.
30 pack of Natty Ice. Put that in there somewhere.
No one else can influence this.
Right.
It's got to come from you.
If you really like us, I mean, really, really, Sally Field and the whole deal. Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
Dude, we've been doing this for like ever.
I know, but he always does it. So like, yeah, I know what it sounds like, but I've never, it feels like I'm wearing someone else's shoe.
Oh, you're doing a beautiful job so far.
Ooh. Okay, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna head down to your local supermarket. You're gonna find the large. There's got to be a word for it, but I'm
Hand
just gonna
fruit?
call it the. Nope. We're ignoring all hand fruit. You're gonna find the large. They're like the black kind of billboard that you can put the letters up on.
Chalkboard?
yeah, yeah.
Right. Is
Oh, a magnet board.
A marquee. Yeah. The marquee board.
Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about.
But your grocery store, because it does, has one that's on the ground, not attached to the building.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You're going to go inside. You're going to purchase 30 Natty Ices because Mort said so, and Mort always has good ideas.
Oh, God.
You're going to go outside.
Thank you.
While you're pounding the 30 Natty Ices, you're going to put "Listen to Hapless Heroes" on the marquee board. You're going to steal a truck.
Oh, wow. We're going
It escalated so quick.
Yes, Hoblet's doing it. You're going to steal a truck. You're going to tie the marquee board to the back of the truck. You're going to lead police on an interstate police chase that garners national news. And the Hapless Heroes podcast will gain some much needed exposure because of your antics. Thank you.
It's illegal on so many
That
levels.
sounds
We don't
great.
condone
Do that.
any
I
of
condone it.
these.
No, I condone that.
We don't
Break the
condone
law for
anyone
us.
doing any of these.
Please drink 30 beers,
That's
steal
like
a
not
truck,
And drive it across state lines.
drive it down the interstate, hauling a big black sign that says
bonus
"Listen to the
bonus
half
points
zero."
if it has a Confederate flag.
No.
Oh, negative bonus.
Why?
Definitely negative point.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah, I'm cutting that off there.
Because I want someone's truck stolen. Don't steal some nice guy's truck.
Oh yeah, steal an asshole.
I would give bonus points for the truck nuts, but not for the flag.
Okay. Touche.
get some
I'll
truck
take
nuts.
that.
Yeah, just steal a truck with truck nuts, and you're probably on the
How
right
about an
track.
NRA bumper sticker?
Oh, jeez.
Sure. Okay, cool.
Let's leave this.
That's
Let's
another
leave politics
plus
out of
one.
this. Let's leave politics out of this.
Can we just?
Anyways, you've got it all in a good audio bit, so this
Yeah.
all can get edited.
But anyway, let's
Gonna need to.
slowly back us out of the episode the same way I'm backing away from that suggestion by going from the left side of the table. We have Murph Eastlaw, played by Mike.
Nothing could possibly go wrong with a shadow man following us around.
We've got Dr. Dedew, played by John.
Was it Kinkleberry root or Wrinkleberry root?
We,
Every time.
we've got Tabi Austermatt, played by Francesco.
I don't like shadow people. That sounds scary.
We have Stenton Crossbreeze, played by James.
Who the fuck is that guy?
And we've got the one and only Chubbs, played by Massimo.
I live in the shadows.
My name is Dave, and I have been your host, Dungeon Master, and Paranoia Generator for this evening. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I wonder if Shadow Man will be my friend.
No.